Lucy is now 10 months old, and I want to break down what her life has been like so far. If you're brand new to the channel, this is my dog Lucy. She is a 10-month-old English Springer Spaniel, and she is extraordinary. I have owned English Springer Spaniels since I was a child. She is quite well into my number of pups that I have owned as an adult as well, and she is just so incredibly smart. So I kind of like the idea of doing these timeline videos. We're going to do some of those milestones for Lucy, Gemma, and Ember, and we're going to break down what their life looks like. So if you're adopting a dog similar to them, you can kind of know what's going on at this stage of life. So Lucy is incredibly smart. She is very good at figuring things out. She's incredible at puzzles. And right now, her absolute favorite thing is to go outside and play with her rubber ball. She will take that over everything. Now, at the beginning of her life, she imprinted on me really hard. The day I brought her home, she just clung to me. And for many months, she was just my shadow. She was here next to me. If she could have lived inside of my skin instead of right next to me, she would have. She loves me. But more than me, she loves to go outside. She doesn't care if it's cold. She doesn't care if it's raining. She doesn't care what the weather is like. She wants to go out. Doesn't matter if it's dark, if it's light, she wants to go play. If you say the word outside, she will be all about it, unless she's asleep and didn't hear me like right now. She's here for it. So at the bottom of our stairs, right before the door, we've got a bowl where we keep her rubber balls. We just recently got her a glow-in-the-dark one, which is a game changer, by the way. She will jump up and grab her balls. She's not allowed to do this. We're trying to break her of this, but she is so excited about it. She will grab them and toss them out and be ready to go. She's very good about listening to commands. So when she's not allowed to play, she's heartbroken, but she'll deal with it. And she's very good at her tricks. So she's very good at things like look at me. Look at me is one of the first things that I taught my dogs how to do so that they will stop and look at me when I say that no matter what. She's very good at shaking, and she's good at touch. I've taught her things like chin, where she puts her chin in my hand, and she's very good at puzzles and enrichment things that I'm giving her. She loves that kind of stuff. She loves to play with rope toys inside. She loves her soccer ball with the tags on it. She loves to sit on the back of the couch. She's a big watcher. She loves to watch people, and she adores car rides. So I train my dogs very early to be very good and very respectful on car rides. She adores it. I put her in the car and she immediately goes to sleep. And when we get to our destination, if we're like running errands, going shopping and things like that, she will sit there and watch out the window. And she's very good about the command, just watch. She doesn't bark at people. She doesn't growl at people. When I say just watch, she'll sit there and she'll watch and she'll wiggle. She is the happiest dog. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. She will be so delighted and so thrilled to meet people. Even if it's somebody walking by the car in the parking lot at Target, she's so excited to see those people and so heartbroken if they don't acknowledge her. Sometimes if we're like going through Chick-fil-A, I'll have to point her out to the people just so she's not crushed when they ignore her. And so she's a people person. She is my little extrovert, which is so funny because all of my dogs before this have been introverts. They've been homebodies. They love me. But Lucy, man, she just wants to be around people. She just wants to be involved in everything. She loves to climb. She loves to jump. She is a very good jumper. She's like a little dolphin. When we do touch, I'll have her jump up and hit my hand. She's very good at jumping to catch her ball. When we go outside to play, I'll throw her ball. It'll hit the little concrete step before the yard and bounce, and she will catch it. She's incredibly good at catching things on the second bounce. She'll like watch, calculate where it bounces, and she'll grab it. She loves to run around. She has no lack of energy. This girl is never, ever tired. If I could just leave her to run in the yard all day, every day, she would still have energy. And so she is very extroverted. She loves to play. She loves to run around. She loves to play with her ball. She has, again, the emotional support toy for outside, her rubber ball. She has them in multiple colors. Her favorite is purple because purple to dogs comes off as like a really brilliant blue color. So even though she has blue balls, she likes the purple balls better. She really likes her glow-in-the-dark ball, especially at night. If I make it glow before we go outside, that's a really good one for her to be playing with. And she just loves to carry it. She loves for me to throw it for her and to bounce it because she likes to catch it. And recently we came up with me kicking it like a soccer ball because it just scoots right across the yard and she gets to mad dash for it. which she loves. And she also is a little bit of a brat because she likes to go up to our fence. We have the yard fenced in for her, and she will shove it through the fence, and we will have to go get it. Her favorite game right now outside is to get it out by the driveway so that it rolls down the driveway into the neighbor's yard, and she just thinks it's the funniest thing ever. So she is very excitable. She is still very anxious when I'm not away. Or when I am away, when I'm not next to her, she's very anxious. She does not like leaving me. She does not like when I leave her. So she travels with me most places at this point. She does not like being left alone. She will cry. She will beat down her crate. She perfectly fine. If I'm there, perfectly fine. If I try to leave her, she doesn't love it. So we're working on that with her. But she would rather be with me whenever possible. If she can lay on me, that's what she wants to do. If she can climb on my head, that's what she wants to do. If she can be with me while I'm working, that's what she wants to do. She's very much a high energy girl, and she's very much like my Jada was. Jada had a very high metabolism. She was so skinny. No matter what I fed her, or no matter what I feed Lucy, these are skinny dogs. And for the first, I'd say 6 or 7 years of Jada's life, she had a very high metabolism. It didn't matter what I feed her, she was always skinny. And then about 6, 7 years into it, her metabolism actually kicked in. And now we have to watch her food intake, and we have to, make sure she's exercising and doing things. And she's acting like a normal dog now. So it took a very long time for that metabolism to settle down in Jada. And I predict it's going to be like that for Lucy as well. They're very similarly built, very similarly designed, even to the point of like being very anxious when I'm not with them. And so Lucy has very much her own personality. She does have her own looks. She's a very different dog than Jada, but there's so much crossover and there's so much similarities. So I can accurately predict a lot about Lucy based on how Jada was. And so she is growing and she's changing. She's super long. She's a very long dog. She's got a very long snout, longer than any of my other dogs before her. She's got gorgeous ears, gorgeous fur. What's really weird about Lucy is that her fur changed colors. She's a black and white tri-colored dog, meaning she's mostly black and white, but she's got a little bit of brown on her eyebrows and on her cheeks and things like that. But weirdly, like very weirdly, she came to me with black ears, and it took months for it to happen, but she started to grow in a little bit of brown, and now she's got quite a bit of brown at the top of her ears. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. I've never heard of a Springer changing their colors, but girl did. I don't know. It's a very interesting thing, but she's very, very long and lanky. She has that high metabolism. She's got a ton of energy. She is definitely a Springer. She is not quiet. She's not a homebody. She is not an introvert. She is extroverted. She's always happy. She's the happiest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. And she just loves everyone and everything. So Lucy is growing. She's changing. She's doing all sorts of great things. She's really stepped into her own confidence. She's really strengthened up both physically and emotionally. She is doing really, really well. And she's incredibly confident and incredibly happy to meet people and to do new things. She is less brave than her sister is. Her sister definitely is the one who will go investigate things first, but Lucy will, as long as I'm around, she's not going to be afraid of things like the vacuum cleaner. She's more cautious about going up and investigating things, but she's also not going to completely melt down as long as I'm around her. She's willing to go and explore those things as well. So she's growing, she's changing, she's not full size yet, but she is getting there at her 10-month-old age. Her feathers are really coming in, her ears are really coming in, and she is just thriving in her space, and she's doing really, really well. She's developing her personality beautifully. She's developing her likes and her interests and her hobbies. She's getting very good at vocalizing what she wants and telling me what she's going to want and going to need. She's very good at communicating. She's very good at facial expressions to communicate. And she's very good at following commands. So when I teach her, we cannot behave this way, or we need to behave this way, particularly with delivery people coming to the house and things, she's very good about internalizing it and watching people. And she's extremely good about watching people and remembering things and understanding things. She's very watchful. She will sit and watch out of the house window, out of the car windows. She will take all this information in, process it, and use it to then thrive in that space. If you've got questions on Lucy, go ahead and follow along. We're going to do this about Gemma as well. And if you'd like to see one about Ember, go ahead and drop me a comment, as we're dropping daily videos helping you navigate the world of being a dog parent. If you've got an English Springer Spaniel, if you're considering an English Springer Spaniel, drop your questions and we will get those answered for you in the upcoming episodes.